Hey everybody, it's Patsy here. Good morning. I'm going to try to do a love bite today for those born under the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so this is your love bite, and we're going to be doing things a little differently this month. I had ordered a deck of cards called Journey of Love cards by Alana, Fairchild, Rassouli, and Cohn. All right. Now, I was hoping that these had come in time for Valentine's Day, which they did, but I had started doing those little side readings for everybody with the without them being here. So I decided just to start off this new cycle of love bites using these cards. The first set I did was for the sign of Pisces. All right, so these are the Journey of Love cards. Okay, so that was for the side of Pisces, and it went pretty well. So if you want to look back on that, you can watch the unboxing and see what goes on. Now, you may have noticed I'm in another location again today because I'm just trying to find the best spot with the best way for me to do this and not to get too behind with it because it's already the 20th. Okay, so what we're going to do, just as we do our usual love bites, we're going to do 5 cards from the Romance Angel deck. And those first 5 cards will be for you. The second 5 cards we're going to be getting from the Journey of Love Oracle this time, and that'll either be for your partner, the person you're interested in, or things that you need to know about your love life, or clarifying anything that came up during the first part of your reading. So, get our first 5 cards here. Two more, please, Spirit. 2 more. Okay, those under the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the time period from mid-February to mid-March 2018. Okay, bottom of your deck, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. All right, Cancer. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so the first card that came up for you in this reading was deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship, but it was in the reverse. All right, so that is either saying that no one is wearing a false mask, that everybody's being honest, or that could be both parties are wearing a false mask. That's what I just got. Okay, the next card that came up for you was keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right, so that came also in the reverse. So it may be that you, Cancer, are not keeping an open mind about this relationship, and that's why you feel that your partner is being deceptive, or maybe that's why you're being deceptive toward your partner. So that's why I'm saying both of you could be wearing a false mask. Next card, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right, so I think this is talking about you trying to manifest something. All right, you enjoying the attention that you may be getting right now. But I also feel that you are trying to bring something to you or to this relationship. The next card you got here was chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here, but that was in the reverse. So that either means that there is no attraction, or the attraction has waned. Because attraction is something pulling, right? That's what magnets do, attract. But here it's saying that there is no attraction. There is no there is no magnetic attraction here. Last card you got here is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, so what this could be saying is that you're trying to attract something. You're trying to attract romance, but not necessarily with the partner that you're with now. And that may be the deception card being in the reverse, is that maybe you've been very frank, all right, or maybe you feel your actions are signaling your dissatisfaction in the relationship. And because there is no chemistry in this particular relationship, you are working on trying to stay optimistic about your love life and attracting someone else. So you're looking outside of your relationship for a new partnership. And that's why you have, you're not keeping an open mind in regards to the relationship that you're in now. But it seems that you might be open to being optimistic and attracting someone else, or maybe you found yourself attracted to someone else. Okay, so let's see what the Journey of Love cards have to say about the situation for you here, Cancer. Now this will either be about, well, could be what your partner feels about this relationship. It could be what you might get some clarification about why you're feeling this way, or more than likely, what else is it that you need to do? God knows what just showed up in regards to this relationship. Okay. Two more cards, thank you, Spirit. And one more. And at the bottom of the deck was Rings of Time. Rings of Time. Okay, this is number 44, rings of time. So 44, a master number. 4s we know are foundational. So this may have been, this is a relationship, or this may be a situation that has been going on for a while, for a long time. Okay. So the first card here for your partner was the Christ flame. The Christ flame. And this is in the reverse. Becoming. Number 34, that's 7. So that's building and resting. Creating something. Christ flame was 31, again, that's 4. So again, that's foundational. Spirit dance of the goddess. Spirit dance of, spiral dance of the goddess. All right, and this is an 11. 29, 2 and 9 is 11. So that's another master number. The light field. Look at how beautiful these cards are. The light field. And some of this artwork you can actually order it from the publishers, which is Blue Angel Publishing. This is a 9. So 9 is the ancestor speaking. Number of Aegon. It's number of death. So that would be transformation, rebirth. Self-initiation. That's a 3. 3 is Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? Self-initiation. This talks, I think, it's about taking things into your own hands, making moves. All right, so the Christ flame, number 31. Within you burns the flame of Christ. Beyond religion, this flame belongs to all hearts willing to receive the divine, opening to it as a lover would open the heart to receive the beloved. Through the awakening of the Christ within brings closeness to the divine, and therefore greater love and depth of compassion. It can also bring sadness, righteous anger, and a passionate need to contribute positive healing action and change in the world. Let me repeat that sentence. Though the awakening of the Christ within brings greater closeness to the divine and therefore greater love and depth of compassion, it too can bring sadness, righteous anger, and a passionate need to contribute positive healing action and change in the world. You may be an introspective soul who does this through mastering their inner world with meditation and yoga, raising your own vibration with absolute intent that this bring healing to the world around you. You may be an extroverted soul that thrives in sharing messages and living a life of dynamic action in support of the causes that are worthy and moving to your brave heart. You may be combining these soul types and choosing wisely what you consume. which companies you support, which television you do or do not watch, what you read, voting for the life you want to have around you in the world through your actions. Consumers, we vote with our spending. When we watch certain advertisements, when we watch certain television networks, then we are encouraging sponsors to continue to fund these companies that may not have our best interests as a collective at heart. This is the Christ light igniting inside of you, the Christ flame, igniting within you, setting the world aflame with the fire of divine love. This oracle brings guidance that you are connecting with the universal Christ consciousness, and your heart is meant to awaken as a sacred heart, bearing the Christ flame of divine love this lifetime. You're part of the wave of awakening happening on the earth right now. You're exactly where you are meant to be and doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. Keep going. Okay, so now that was in the reverse for you, for your partner. So maybe they haven't awakened yet. They're not becoming more of a conscious person, a conscious consumer, and someone who is willing to share their blessings with the world at large. Are they not charitable? That fell with your card about deception. I'm getting that maybe you feel that your partner is acting one way publicly and is a totally different way, that they may be acting charitable, for outsiders, but you know that there's no charity. That they're putting on a false face for society, or even for family, outside of the nuclear family. And it could be both of you are doing this, because one couldn't get away with it if the other one didn't co-sign, right? Becoming. Next card that came up for your partner or in the situation was becoming. You are manifesting your divine purpose. What is happening now is just one of many inspired brush strokes on the canvas of your life's work. You are the artist who paints with trust, instinctive, and spontaneous, with faith in the process that's unfolding. You are not the painter using numbered squares who has a finished vision even before commencing the task, with a map for all the steps of the journey. Your lack of plan renders you open and receptive to divine direction. You are capable of being moved by spirit. You are a brave adventurer. So celebrate what you are creating now and realize that it is a step in your major work of divine art. This life of yours, not to be planned, but to be experienced. Stroke after stroke, step after step, you shall witness the picture coming to life. It may not be what you expected, but it will be the most beautiful and extraordinary creation. This oracle brings you the comfort that you are blossoming, and each petal unfolding is another step closer to your unique, divine, ultimate fulfillment. There is a message here, too, that a relationship or project that you are keen to move forward will bloom in its own unique way. Give it breathing room and be willing to let it become what it seeks to be, even without a clear direction or plan. Sometimes, even because of that, there is an inner plan that can come to fruition. So that fell under keep an open mind, which for you was in the reverse. But here it seems that your partner is working on becoming, or maybe it's you, again, because I said that perhaps you are manifesting something else. So maybe you are working on becoming your divine purpose while you feel that your partner isn't. They're not recognizing this. They're not open to that idea. All right, so next is the spiral dance of the goddess. From a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art. A speck of heavenly presence manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space into a life on earth made manifest. This extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you're weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you're doing it, you are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body and your light become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is. It is not always an easy path. As light travels through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. As light travails through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to be present to it. Trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outward eternally, as though you are being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there were nothing happening, there would be no obstacles. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding and empowering them. No more. You shall be. All else is just divine timing. The inner movement in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. And that fell on top of your attraction card. So, I think you're looking to expand yourself, expand your options, being open to growth and to carrying out the divine purpose that God has for your life. Next card came in for you was number 63, which is the light field. You are very open to the other side. The veil that separates the world is very fine for you. For there is much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need a confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully and peaceably into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your own heart that come from unconditional love, that uplift and reassure, can be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved. It surrounds you as glow from within. This oracle brings you guidance that you are connecting with a field of awareness that is real, and that you are protected by light as you do so. It is confirming that there is nothing for you to fear, and that those who have passed on or will pass on in the future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirmation that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, and future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. When I'm in love, I'm not afraid to be any part of me. I let it all be free for the world to know, and when I'm ready to love, I will create a reflection of who I am, and we will shed our fears, complete our past, and trust love to be our guide. So this is a message from your ancestors that they are supporting you, and that you can be assured that every one of your family, those you love, who do come over and pass over will be welcome, and that you will have access to them just as you have access to the ancestors who are already there. It's also telling you to work on your psychic abilities so that you can communicate with your loved ones who you may be separated from physically, but not because of them passing over or transitioning. It's just because of the distance. All right, and we did say that separation, time apart from your partner, was on the horizon. Okay, so they're telling you that don't fear that either, because if you work on your psychic abilities you already have, you can communicate with that person even though there is a physical separation. 12, self-initiation. You're being touched by a wave of your own light and motion. Can you feel the blessings and love that are flowing towards you from within you in an upsurging wave of love? This is your own divine nature. You can choose to empower another as a carrier of your own divinity, of course. And sometimes, if you are not quite ready to recognize your own divine essence, this needs to be. Yet at any moment, you can choose to recognize that it is you who are initiating yourself into love, that you are the being of light, the divine, that is drawing you forward into yourself. At any moment, you can choose to recognize yourself. Will this be such a moment? This oracle holds a message for you. There are many teachers on this path, some humble, some wise, some great companions on your life journey, and some who will enter in and out of your life quickly, perhaps imparting a helpful word or teaching you a more challenging lesson about trusting and relying upon your own wisdom. The greatest teacher, however, is life itself. You can trust in your own experiences and know that it is the divine spark within you, the life within you, that is the true teacher who carries you home in awakened reunion with the divine. How easy to love the words flow when it is right. I dare not tell you. Okay. And Rings of Time. Divine timing is granting to us a gift. Sometimes, if we want to be further ahead than we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Much like traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car, but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment, we are all like individual cars that must accept red lights and other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It is just this way, the systematic flow of divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There's no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. Okay. So, this is saying that divine timing is at work in this situation. That while your partner may not be attuned or awakened to their spiritual side, their divine purpose, that's not the case with you, because you're becoming a spiral dancer, the light field, and you're initiating this new you, and that's why you're optimistic. But you do feel like some things are just going to have to be left behind. Some things are going to have to either transform or move away, move on. So Cancer, it seems that you've outgrown your current relationship, it seems, or your current partner. You've outgrown them in a divine sense. And even if you are contractually committed to them in a marriage or something like that, you have to know that divine timing and the divine plan may cause for you and this person not to remain in union. That there may be something else for you. And for them. There may be another path. Maybe you are not the person that they need to help them learn the lessons that they need. Or maybe you've already done enough and it's time for you to move on to your life purpose and give them a chance to figure out their own lessons